Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Reading. Today I will be reading about the Qalupalik, Aquatic Child Snatchers. In Inuit mythology, the Qallupilluit, aka Qalupalik, are creatures that live along Arctic shorelines near ice floes. They are said to steal children that wander too close to the water. This myth is believed to serve the purpose of protecting children from a dangerous environment, keeping them from wandering too close to the ice. The accounts of the appearance of the Qallupilluit differ across tales, but there are some commonalities. The Qallupilluit is often described as having green, slimy skin, long hair, and long fingernails. Their hands are webbed like an aquatic creature, along with scales and fins. It wears an Animotica, an Inuit parka mostly worn by women. Some say that their parkas are made of eider duck feathers and are used to carry kidnapped children. It is said to have two flippers. One is able to emit a shrill sound that paralyzes its victims. They also have the ability to alter their appearance through a technique known as Qallupilluit. While some interpretations include the pronoun he, the Qallupilluit is predominantly described in a feminine manner. It is said that the Qallupilluit uses the abducted children to maintain her long, flowing hair. They lurk under the water in the Arctic regions of the world, living along the coast. The Qallupilluit hunt along the ice floes, kidnapping children that wander too close. One strategy they use for hunting is to emit an ethereal hum that will draw children closer to the water so they can be pulled in. Accounts vary as to what actually happens to the taken children. Some versions say that the child is simply devoured, while others say that they are held in a stasis-like state and used to fuel the youth of the Qallupilluit, like sirens luring in their prey of sailors. And they have harpy-like qualities given the fact that they take away misbehaving children or are offered them upon prayers. Qallupilluit can be outsmarted by its targets. They are said to be invulnerable in their natural state, but some clever Inuit hunters found a way to bypass this. They would call out to it and ask it to change shape for them, usually into something like a seal or a whale. Then they could kill it and bring home a valuable catch. There are tales of children willingly being given to a Qallupilluit. One such tale is about a grandmother and her grandson struggling without food. The grandmother called upon a Qallupilluit to come and take him away, as she was not able to feed him, and he would be better off. Once the tribe was able to successfully hunt again, a young Inuit couple took it upon themselves to retrieve the child. They were able to track him down, tethered to a piece of seaweed by the Qallupilluit, so he could not escape her. However, they were not able to retrieve him because the Qallupilluit would drag him back under the waves whenever they got too close. They stealthily hid nearby all night long and cut him loose once the sun rose. This tale has different variations. Some versions have the grandmother giving the child to the Qallupilluit as a punishment or becoming a great hunter after being rescued. The Qallupilluit is featured in the popular children's book A Promise is a Promise by Robert Munsch and Michael Kuzugak. In the story, a young Inuk child must outwit the Qallupilluit in order to save her siblings. The Qallupilluit is featured in the graphic novel Putugak and Kublu and the Qallupalik by Rosalind Akulukjuk and Danny Christopher. The Qallupilluit was featured in the book The Qallupalik by Alicia Killabuk and Joy Ang. It is about an encounter between a young orphan and the Qallupilluit. The Qallupilluit is featured in the indie game Beneath Flows, which was released to critical acclaim. The Qallupilluit is featured in the animated short film Qallupalik, a project by the Nunavut Animation Lab. The legend of the Qallupalik is referenced in the 10th episode of Season 9 of Murdoch Mysteries, titled The Big Chill. The Russian avant prog band Qallupilluit was named after Qalupalik.